Hey folks, welcome to week 6. We are past the halfway point and on the back end of this course. I hope everybody's been enjoying the materials so far. The discussion groups have been good, lots of lively points brought up there, and some pretty interesting takes that I haven't seen before. So that always makes me feel good about a course. What I haven't felt good about was the week 4 book reviews. And you've got another book review coming up this week, Jazz, Rock, and Rebels. So I wanted to drop in and maybe add some thoughts about week 4. So let's just get to that. Most of the book review submissions in week 4 were not book reviews, they were book reports, and they were bad. The thing that the class seems to be able to do well is provide a critical analysis of the core arguments in the book. And that's good. That's a good place to build from. Where the book reviews turned into book reports were around the other 2 areas of the rubric. And if you remember back at the first of the class, I told you, stick to the rubric, provide what the rubric is asking for, and you will do well. When you vary from that, you tend to not do well. So, on significance, what a lot of people put into their book reports was the Cuban Missile Crisis was a significant event. Khrushchev was a significant player. Kennedy was significant because he was the U.S. president. That's not what I'm looking for. Don't tell me why that event is significant. What you need to look for is, why is this text significant? How does it vary from what other texts have been? What does it add to that conversation around the topic that is new or insightful or goes more in depth? That's what significance means. The other part where people, and I'll be real blunt here, some of you flat ignored this section. The historiographical context, that third block on the rubric, coming in the last paragraph and saying this book fits into the historiography well. No, sorry, that's not an analysis. To do well there, you need to talk about how that book fits in, which school it comes from, what the biases are, what the author was trying to add to the historiography when he or she wrote that book. That's what we're looking for there. To really move up and be exemplary, and honestly, to give a good assessment of that, you need to go on to JSTOR or somewhere else, Shapiro Library, and find reviews of this book and say what other reviewers have thought about it. Do they support your conclusions? Do they come to different conclusions? How do they see this book in context with other books that discuss the period? That's how you move from needs improvement to exemplary. And to be real frank, I think I gave out more needs improvements or doesn't exist in that one category than I have in 4 years of teaching here in week 4. So I know this is blunt and I know it's harsh, but I also know that a lot of you are really disappointed with those grades, and this is your way to self-correct. And I think that's just the easiest way to say it. Go back and look at the rubric. Understand what it's asking you to do. I think I've given you a synopsis of that here. If I haven't, m.caldwell@snhu.edu, and we can have that conversation there. We can do a video call, however you need to approach this material. But you really got to focus in on that this time, okay? If you have questions, reach out. Thanks for the past 4 minutes.